That cold front that did impact us yesterday, it actually continues to slide further to the south and to the east, impacting even areas of portions of Texas as well. But notice off to our north and northwest, some really cold weather is up into portions of Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, and areas to the north and west of there where we're seeing pockets of 30s and 40s. Those will eventually start to make their way further to the south and impact us here in the land of enchantment. But notice where we have those that blue temperature on that map is where there's also a pocket of below average temperatures for this time of year, again impacting areas to our north and west. Now, as we get into the day tomorrow, that's going to follow the jet stream and follow this tropic system where that below average temperatures is going to span a lot of the southern portions of the continental U.S. Now, that's where we'll also see our coldest temperatures so far of the fall season, where areas in the northern side of the state into the 20s, some spots into the 30s. Here in the metro, we'll wake up with temperatures into the lower 30s. Some spots in the metro in the outlying areas could see those low temperatures down into the upper 20s. And even as we get into the afternoon, we're only going to top off in the lower 60s. So a little bit below average for where we should be for October 29th. But again, if you are much more enjoying the cooler weather, definitely soak it in. We'll start to see at least a warming trend by the end of the work week. Here's a current look once again at Hurricane Melissa, still a Category 5 hurricane impacting Jamaica. It has made landfall as of the 11 a.m. Mountain Time in between areas of New Hope and also into Black River. But notice that if we zoom in here, that eye is starting to shrink as she interacts with the geography of Jamaica. Jamaica has a lot of mountainous areas, and that's really starting to kind of disrupt that strength. But she's still a very strong hurricane. In fact, she topped off, at least with the recorded pressure, bottoming out at 892 millibars, making her the third strongest Atlantic hurricane in history in the basin. But not only that, Jamaica has never seen such a strong hurricane, and they're going to continue to see the impacts from this hurricane over the next almost 24 hours. Now, she did have some pretty strong winds. Winds peaked, at least when the last time the reconnaissance aircraft flew over, 185 mile per hour sustained winds, but gusting upwards to 200 plus, where some actually just above the surface recorded a gust of 252 miles an hour. So as she continues to make her way to the north and east, she is going to weaken a little bit before she makes landfall into Cuba, but she will still be a very strong Category 4 hurricane, pushing off to the north and east, moving into the Bahamas as a strong Category 2 hurricane. And then she'll get kicked off with that same troughing system that's bringing the below average temperatures into the southern U.S. And, well, thankfully she won't be impacting us, at least directly across the eastern coast of the U.S. But again, for here locally today, again, enjoy the cooler temperatures, enjoy the sunshine. It will feel a little bit warmer out there in the sunshine, so that is the good news. But notice as we get into the next couple of days, well, at least by the end of the work week at least, we'll start to see that temperature trend go right back up. And even by Sunday, high of 81 for our friends out in the Roswell area. For the northern side of the state, northeast side, really taking a bigger hit, at least today for right now, this afternoon, as those high temperatures about 5 to 15 degrees below the average of where they should be for this time of year. Even across the North Mountains, much cooler weather than what we've seen in the last couple of days. Santa Fe as well, high of 60 today, lows tomorrow into the upper 20s. So please be prepared. If you're making your way out the door right around that sunrise time frame, definitely want to layer up as well. Here in Rio Rancho, 69 for your high today, and here in Albuquerque proper, high of 68.
We have a scam alert for you today that is targeting property owners in New Mexico. So if you've received a letter that looks like this, contact the Tax Fraud Investigations Division. The letter alleges the property might be seized due to overdue debt, and it asks you to call a 1-800 number on that letter. The Tax and Revenue Department says you can verify if a letter is actually from them by going to the Secure Taxpayer Access portal online or by calling the department directly, not the number on the letter. We'll be right back.